3 months with no answers. Answers for a family living in anguish over the death of 30-year-old Jamal Moore. Thanks for sticking with us live at 5. I'm Siobhan Bryan.
And I'm John Carter. And Moore was a businessman here in Charlotte, but was in Nashville overseeing one of his rental properties when he was stabbed to death along a busy roadway. Still, no one has answered for the crime. WBTV's Ron Lee talked with friends of Moore today about the abundance of frustrations and lack of justice in the case.
There's an old adage that time heals all wounds, but sometimes that simply isn't the case. Like when someone you love or care about dies at the hands of another and there's no justice to bring closure.
I didn't want to leave him out there in that cold ground.
Victoria Orr remembers the day she had to bury her best friend and what those moments felt like trying to say goodbye.
It's not where he's supposed to be. It's hard.
The pain is still overwhelming for family and friends. The anguish of not knowing why this happened is also there.
I didn't want to come to terms that this had really happened. I didn't believe it. I didn't want to believe it.
Victoria was lifelong friends with Jamal Moore. They practically grew up together. Moore, at the age of 30 years old, accomplished more than most people ever would. He was an author, a motivational speaker, a pastor, and a businessman.
Excellence is saying that I'm doing my best.
Part of Moore's successes was he had purchased and leased various properties, not only here in North Carolina, but also in Tennessee. Nashville Metro Police tell me that earlier this year he was found dead on the side of the road with stab wounds. The coroner's report given to me by the family shows how vicious the attack was. Blunt force trauma, stab wounds to the neck, and several defensive cuts to his hands.
It's the worst.
People who know him also gathered in uptown Charlotte for a candlelight vigil to honor the person he was. But to this point, justice is eluding the family. With no suspects in custody, frustration grows.
A murder shouldn't be drawn out this long.
Metro Police also located a car nearby the crime scene with traces of blood inside, but still, there's no word if the two are connected. Until the pieces can fit together to garner an arrest in Moore's case, the family will just have to bear the anguish knowing their loved one still waits for justice.
I just want to know why or how you could be so cruel and so gruesome to do this to someone like Jamal.
Now, I did reach out to Nashville Metro Police about how things are going. They tell me the case is open, active, and advancing. In Fort Mill, I'm Ron Lee, WBTV, on your side.